Okay. Let's see if we're going to be able to pull this off. What is going on, everybody? That seemed like a rough start right there. Only 4 minutes. Don, thanks, Don. I haven't even poured my happy hour yet. I literally just got up here. I am in Sedona, Arizona. I'm at camp. Actually, I'm in Cottonwood, Arizona, but I'm at the Thousand Trails in Cottonwood, and just got up here. I've been running around. I haven't even set up. I literally just found a site and got up here. All right. Are we going to be able to pull this off here? I do not know if I'm going to be able to pull this off. Lost Dave, or is it mine? No, I lost you guys too. We're going to try to pull this off, guys. I don't know. You know how it is with the lives. Yeah, Dave's not here. Now he is. So that's expired up. Let's see. I think who got first out? I think it was Don. Let's go up here. There is Mr. Don right there, checking in from Grand Rapids, Wisconsin. Don, that's Grand Rapids, Wisconsin. Don. Don, I thought you were in North Dakota. Are you in Grand Rapids, Wisconsin, or are you in North Dakota? You're gonna have to fill us in on that because I for some reason I thought you were in North Dakota. Expired Up is in the house. Glad to have you here. And let's see if we can scroll on down real quick and say hi to Miss Jennifer LaFord. And glad to have you here. Matthew Renaud is in the house. Glad to have you here. Oh, Penny for your thoughts. I know who that is. That's Miss Lamota. Say hi to her. And let's see here. Richard Mink is in the house. Glad to have you here. There we go. Don was always first. Do you know there is some truth to that? There is some truth to that. I literally posted it and then I fired up StreamYard and went over to it. So it's only a few clicks. Do you know he was already there and Expired Up were already there? I don't even know how you guys managed to get in there that quick, but you did. I was in Fargo for one day. For one day. I guess so. You're getting around. I, for some reason, yeah, I thought you were in North Dakota. So there you go. Let me see if I can gather my stuff together here, guys. It is open mic Friday. Oh, open mic Friday. Open mic night. Last Sunday live of the month is always open mic night, and I always look forward to inviting you guys on. Let me throw this up here real quick and click on this link right there. That will put you in the green room. I'll introduce you and come on in and say hi and join in the conversation. Oh, it is a little cooler here, guys. I was really tired of Phoenix. I'm not even going to tell you. I just, ooh, yeah, that was not good. So, oh, Well, last time that I saw you, I was hoping that I would be out of Phoenix by the end of the week. It turned out that I was not out of Phoenix until today, and managed to get the truck loaded. There were a couple of little problems getting the truck going up here, getting it hooked up, mainly with the wiring, with the lighting, and ran into a little bit of a snafu. I did record that. I did have the camera on for that. Unfortunately, I got here so late that there was just no time to put it all together, guys. So I apologize, but hopefully next week. And I wish they'd let you share a picture. I could at least do that. And the truck is all done. For the most part, there's still things that I'd like to take care of. The old truck is is at a consignment lot in Mesa. Let's see if we can. There we go. It's crooked. I don't know. How do we get crooked here? Let's see. Oh, I see what we got going on there. There we go. There we go. A little better. But yeah, for some reason I can't either get the background or you get me. There you go. There you go. Oh. Wow. It's been a hell of a week. Hell of a week. Got the truck. That's where I was going to finish up. I got the truck over to a consignment lot because, guys, I threw it up on Craigslist just for a minute, you might say, just to see if I could just sell it in the couple of days that I had. I did not, and I did not want to sell the truck before I had the new one up and done and ready. I was already using Uber way too many times to count, and that was with my old truck. So I held off until pretty much the last minute and managed to get that over to a lot. And great guys over there, they're gonna go ahead and sell it for me, or at least that is the hope. And I don't have to deal with it. So I had enough monkeys on my back. I had enough monkeys on my back. I did not need more. I just needed somebody to sell it for me, make it happen, Captain. I'm not in any time rush, and so I just wanted to get it there and get somebody working on selling it. I'll be glad to pay them for that. So that's the way that one kind of went down. Had a little bit of we're kind of going reverse, but last night I went ahead and loaded up the motorcycles in the truck. Now, this new truck is about a foot, about 1 foot shorter, and I knew they would fit. I knew the bikes would fit. I wasn't sure how close it was going to be. It was kind of close. The bed is a little bit narrower, a little bit shorter, and so it was a little interesting getting that in there. But got them both loaded up. The other thing is this truck sits a little bit higher, and that creates a little bit. WCRV Adventures is checking in. They said they've got poor signal there, and just reading a text on the phone. But yeah, it actually went just fine. Got it loaded up there, and that was my screenshot. So HC Carefree Highway is in the house. Glad to have you here. And then I see Mr. Don. Mr. Don, why don't you come on and say hi to everybody? How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, well, no one else came on, so and I know they're tired of hearing me, but I thought I'd come on to help
Nah,
you out.
not at
But
all. You,
here's the deal:
yeah.
if you get two more people that want to come on, you've got to cut me off. I'm going to leave the
Oh,
room.
you know what? I think you're just fine. You and I talked a little bit over the week, but
Yeah.
I like having you on there. We'll see if Gary usually joins us. We'll see if Gary joins in, but I threw that link in there and in the comments, and click on that if you want to join us. Come online. How you been doing, Don?
I'm great. I love this style of travel. Out here, BLM land don't exist, so I've got all this solar, and I'd only dump tanks about every 2 weeks. So
Yeah,
this Walmart to Walmart, and that's all that's up here. There's no Cracker Barrels, but
yeah,
Walmart to Walmart or Cracker Barrel to Cracker Barrel, and going to a park every once in a while uh, has worked out great. And it's not about the money; it's about the convenience.
oh
It's so
yeah,
convenient to pull up to a Walmart, and I always call, I always get it approved to make
yeah,
sure, even though I got a map that says where you can and can't stay overnight, sometimes it is wrong.
yeah.
So I always call, and then all I got to do is pull up, level out, put out my slide. I don't even put out my bedroom slide, and because don't really need to,
Yeah.
and I'm ready to go.
Yep. And you've also now this is really your first season with Walmart's, and I
Yes,
can remember it wasn't too long ago that was your very first Walmart.
yes.
And,
Hopewell, Arkansas was my first.
so I didn't think you were going to take to it that much. Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Oh, it's just so convenient. Then I go in and do a little shopping, or a lot of shopping a lot of times. And I mean, like I said, it's great. I mean, they're in cities, they're convenient, they're close to the road, the highway I'm traveling on. I don't have to go out of my way usually, and because you're in the city, my 5G unlimited T-Mobile works great as a general rule, and don't have to worry about my Starlink. So
Fantastic.
you know,
Fantastic. Hey, we got somebody else in the green room. Matthew
oh,
Renaud. Is it you ready to go? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. How you doing?
I'm
Yep,
is he froze?
he's froze.
He's froze.
Uh, Oh, I got bad internet.
Oh, I got a little bit of sound.
Oh, he moved. How you doing?
I'm good.
Matthew, you've been coming to the lives for a long time now, and I see the thumbs up. So I bet it's either your signal or my signal is really slow. So whatever, I apologize, but good to see you on. Good to have you on.
I don't think he can hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you. I don't know this computer stuff.
Well,
Either do we.
learn
Oh,
as
you can
you
hear
go.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, you'd be
No,
proud of me, Don. I cooked my first brisket today.
That is cool. Can I let you in on a little secret?
Of course.
Okay, I'm from Texas, right?
Yep.
I've never cooked a brisket.
you've
I hate
never
to
cooked
admit
a
that.
brisket?
I hate to admit that, but I've never cooked a brisket.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to hold off on cooking a brisket till the next time we get together, and we will cook one live on camera. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm gonna have to let you guys go because I think I got a really slow connection.
You might. But it's really good having you on.
good seeing you.
Hi, everybody. Just putting a face to the crowd.
Yeah, it's good to put a face to the name. Glad to have
Yeah,
you on.
I'm glad.
Okay, I'll stick to the comments. I'll let you go.
All right. So you've never cooked a brisket, Don?
I have never cooked a brisket.
No kidding.
I have my friends do, but many times, but I just never got around to it, I guess. Hey, I got to show off my shirt.
What do you Oh, wait a minute.
I went to the mothership. I found it not in Area 51, but I found it in Fargo, North Dakota.
Okay.
I did a couple shorts. One's already come out there, and yeah, it's called Space Aliens.
No kidding.
Bar and restaurant or something like that. Bar and grill.
Outstanding. Now you'd expect to get that there out of Rachel, no.
Yeah. Oh no, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Full bar. It's really, I think, geared for kids. I would say a lot of it, except for the full bar, is for the parents.
Okay. Nice.
And they have an area that they call Area 51.
Now, see, you could go in there and say, I've really been there.
Yes, I have. We did lives from there. I don't think anybody else can ever say, so far can say that.
Yeah. And you know what? I was just talking to somebody and reminiscing about that. That was the scariest live I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah. I was very fearful that they were going to come over and shut us down on that
We did nothing illegal. I'm surprised they didn't block our signal somehow.
Well, and yes, we weren't doing anything illegal, but at the same time, is that really a requirement?
No, that's why they hire the camel guys.
Exactly. So
desert's a big area, They could even bury our RVs.
And they could do it. They probably got the equipment to do it.
In 2 hours.
Bead Trapper is in the house. Let me say real quick hi, Bead Trapper. Glad to have you here. There was another one there, and see if I can go back there a little bit. Oh, Wade and Carrie made it. I got your text, WCRB Adventure, and I got their text and mentioned it, and then boom, I saw them on. So, they said they're fighting some real slow signal, but it's good to see the face in the comments. So, well, Don, you've become kind of a professional at these Walmarts now.
Well, this RV things, I'm only about a week away from being 3 years, and you're still learning, you still learn as you go. But for me, this is my sweet spot so far, going where there's no BLM land. And I've learned from you, I like to drive 70 miles a day. Like, for example, I have 7 more stops starting tomorrow to get to Mackinac Island, and it's 510 miles.
Okay. Yep. And you go. There you go. So yeah, that's about 70. It's about 70-mile days. And I've gone over, I've gone under.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I think I got 128-mile day in there someplace, and some of them are, closer to 50. So.
Yeah. But it leaves room for being able to check out places and stop. You don't feel so rushed. And
Well, you do have to drive every day, but I mean, I do my normal morning routine, and by the time I'm ready to go, it's 10 to 11 o'clock. I might even do some editing of video a couple hours before. And then I'm there by 1. I like to travel basically from 11 to 1 or 10 to 1 max.
right,
So
yeah,
that, sometimes you got to make stops for fuel or this or that. Like tomorrow when I leave here, a mile down the road, I got to go to the RV parts store to get those cone gaskets for my water line to my hot water heater,
yeah.
and hopefully get some windshield wipers because mine are getting old.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yep.
But
And it gives you time to be able to do that stuff and still get in a travel day.
well, here's the deal: things happen. So if I have a problem, and I know eventually sometime I will, I probably can still get where I want to go, hopefully,
Right.
instead of rushing and trying to drive at night, or these nuts that drive 500 miles a day. I don't get it. If you're retired, I mean, if you're on vacation and you're trying to cram a whole bunch of stuff in a week or two, I get it. But if you're retired, why? I don't, I will never understand that.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. Beat Trapper says we like to drive about 3 to 4 hours a day, which that'd be about 150, 200 mile day.
Yeah.
And everybody does it a little bit different, but sometimes, yes, you do have a destination timeline that could be a reservation. And there have been times where I found fantastic boondocking locations. I knew that I had a reservation coming up on a certain day. I
Yeah.
decided to stay longer, and I would just have to make it up on those travel days afterwards, and
Right.
it works out okay. Works
And,
out okay.
and driving that way, if I have to skip and double up on a travel day because something did happen, what's the big deal? I mean, now I'm up to maybe 150 miles, right? So for that travel day. So it just works out for me. I think Penny asked how big my RV is. It's a Class A 30-foot gas rig, but I pull a enclosed trailer with my motorcycles. It puts me at 49 feet in length, 26,000 pounds. Now, Walmart's wouldn't work for everybody. Mine, I've got snap pads. I don't mar the asphalt or anything. And I've got, stabilizer, self-leveling. Uh, I could see some travel trailers. It'd be a pain to level in some of these places, but I know they could do it. But with a Class A, in my situation with solar, I got a lot of solar. So I basically, other than AC, I use everything just like I normally would at an RV park.
Yep. Yep. And it makes it nice that way.
Yeah.
The other side of that is if you're not going to do a lot of boondocking, but you do want everything, to work while you're stopped someplace, you just run the generator. Just
Yeah.
commit yourself to running that generator.
If it was hot enough, I would.
Mhm.
But I think so far in this trip, I've ran it a total of 11 hours. I think since the last time that I checked, I said I did 10. I think I ran it an hour.
Yeah.
So, we're talking as much as a month in between, which I got to run it anyway to exercise.
Yep. Yep. So to go towards Miss Lamona's question there, what do you have any recommendations on size? I mean, I'm driving a 40-footer. Yours is 30.
30 foot.
Oh, is it 30 feet?
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, a Super C, I've looked at them. They are expensive. That you can tow what 20, 30,000
yeah.
pounds with them.
They're
But
nice.
if you, in my book, if you're going to get a diesel and spend that kind of money, why are you giving up that cab measurement on a Super C? Because that's what you're doing. It's like a Class C. That driving that cab area is part of the measurement. And on a Super C, I don't think those seats pivot around.
Yeah, I don't think they're set up. I think they're set up like a Class C, and I'm not sure. I get what you're saying, because you do kind of lose the cab up front as living space, whereas with a Class A, you can actually turn the seats around. And many times I've come into your rig and sat right in your pilot co-pilot seat.
Well, that's hard to point to. There's my captain chair right there.
Oh, there you go.
That's where I sit and have coffee in the morning and do my morning routine.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's a, but I totally get it. Now, diesel or gas?
Well, most Super Cs are diesel, aren't they?
Yeah, for the most part. But I was just asking your general opinion: diesel or gas?
Well, I'm chicken with diesel. It's more expensive to buy, and I did at the time. I didn't think I could afford the maintenance on a diesel.
Right, right.
But that's just personal preference. So far, mine's worked out. Who knows?
Yeah.
I may change my mind by next week. Who knows?
Good question there, Miss Lamotta. Thanks so much, and hopefully, if you can fit 4 dachshunds and a cat in a VW Bug. Ask anybody. I'm telling you. All right.
If you want to.
There you go. I see Mr. Gary in the green room. Let's say hi to Mr. Gary here real quick and see what he's up to. Mr. Gary, how you doing?
How's it going?
Good, good. What have you been up to?
We were just at a winery on Lake Ontario that we visit quite often, and we spent the night there. It was nice, and beautiful scenery, beautiful sunset. We went to go to another Harvest Host instead. It was actually a Boondocker's Welcome, and we went there and we couldn't fit in the place where the guy had for us, so we went back to a regular place for the night, and it was very good. They always just say, just come. Don't worry about calling. Just come. So
Just come. That's
yeah,
nice.
good place. Yeah. The guy's listed on Harvest Host to be able to accept 15 45-foot rigs, which is really unusual to see that size for Harvest Host. And also, he just says he has more room than that. Nice place.
Yeah.
I did a Harvest Host last week.
Right on. What was it?
It was good. It was a church, and I was the first one to ever stay there.
Nice. Nice.
And I'm doing one.
I actually booked a church one time, but I had to cancel.
Yeah, I'm doing another one in about a week. It's going to be a snowmobile museum.
A snowmobile. Nice. You're going to that's a Harvest Host?
That's a Harvest Host, and it's on the north shore. It looks like it's on the north shore of Lake Michigan.
Nice. Gotcha. Look for my picture. I was back there inventing when they were inventing that stuff, Snowmobile.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Penny, for your thoughts, as we're looking at Class C's as well. 35 to 40 foot gas, if possible. I like the over the cockpit storage and protection of the engine in case of an accident.
Okay. The only problem with a 35 or 40 foot gas is that how much it sticks out so far behind your rear axle. It depends what you're towing. Yeah. If you've got tongue weight, you don't want that. If you're flat towing, it don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got a lot of tail swing, and the longer that rig gets, you get a longer tail swing on those things.
Yep.
So, but I get it. Yeah. As far as accident protection, I don't know. I've been driving around, and I don't know about you, but in the Class A, you feel you're up above that. If there were to be, God forbid, an accident, you're up above it.
Right.
Just my general feeling. Now with a Class C, you're down on it.
Right.
You're down
Pickup.
lower.
Yeah, more like a pickup.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if it's a Super C, it's more like a regional diesel.
Yeah.
Well, being a long-term former truck driver, I can understand why people like to have these Super Cs and the cube van style RVs, all that stuff, because they're like trucks, right? But I drove trucks my entire life, so I want to get away from that. So that's why we have our Class A motorhome. But there's a lot of space you lose with the cab. But those trucks are built much stronger for they're truck frames, trucks.
Right.
Yep.
Ours is a Spartan chassis, which is great, but it's not a real truck frame. I'm sure a lot of trucks are built on Spartan chassis, as well as fire trucks and other things. But
yeah.
Well,
yeah, and I don't know if Freightliner uses their frames for any of theirs, but Freightliner is a pretty common one. But Gillig and Spartan, I can name a few of them out there. They're heavy duty frames. There's no two ways about it. And likewise, they'll haul a much heavier rig, a much heavier coach. So you tend to see when you step up to a diesel, you tend to see heavier cabinetry and heavier furniture and things like that than maybe in the gas.
Well, with me, with the Super C style, is you're driving a truck basically, and you have the engine in the cab with you. You have the doghouse there on the side, and the engine's inside there, and your feet kind of go up around it. To your feet are on one side of it, and your co-pilot's feet are on the other side of the engine. The big doghouse that's in every truck, and that really makes it difficult to drive for me because it's a tight space. Whereas in the bus style thing, you have a lot of space. You're like sitting in a lazy boy chair almost.
Yeah,
it's much different. But yeah.
Now
so
I know of, and I have driven both a front engine Class A and a rear engine now with the coach. I can tell you that at least for my experience has been that you're sitting up on that engine noise, and it tends to make it it's not bad, but there is engine noise up front. Whereas with the coach, you really don't hear a rear engine. You don't hear it.
Yeah, we close our bathroom door and our bedroom door, and we don't hear anything but wind up in the front.
Yeah. So, all things to consider. Not to say it's bad by any means, and
I love them. They're beautiful to look at, and I'm sure they're very practical for some people. It's a good sturdy build.
Yeah. So,
Dave, you gonna tell us about your new truck, or show us your new truck?
I wish that I could, Don. I've got some pictures, but unfortunately, you can't really. Let me see real quick here. You can't. I have to. I can't show pictures on StreamYard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
And so there is something called slides. I haven't figured that out. What are you drinking there, Gary?
It's a ice wine
from
the winery we stayed at, and the guy's name there, John, if I can get in on it here.
All right.
John is the guy who bottles it and owns like a 21-acre farm right on Lake Ontario. Winery. Yeah. We were there yesterday. So it's an ice wine, but you could drink it like a pop,
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. I'm in the background here and just see if I can. See if I can pull up some pictures and just render a few pictures. It's funny, you can't share.
Go to Vegas Pro and make it a short video. I mean, just a
That's what I'm.
across.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now, and let's see if I can find it.
Because I know everybody wants to see it.
Yeah, and I was making the attempt at the last minute, and it wasn't coming out. All right. Yeah, it's not. So I've got the pictures on the computer, but I don't know where it put them, darn it. But I will say that it is, I managed to get it all done, and I did video today, and that's what I was hoping to show tonight for the live. And there was no time. I was dealing with too many problems to get up here. And there you go. Today's travel day was only 93 miles.
Yep.
So
I think people ought to know that when we're in the green room here, I don't know how to make a comment back to some of these comments. Or I would
that's
be.
pretty. Look at that.
That is gorgeous.
That is.
That was the sunset here going into Lake Ontario at the
Wow,
winery.
wow. There you go. Not
Nice,
bad.
eh?
Yeah.
That's nice color.
It's that fire smoke that gives it the red glow.
Wait a minute. Sunset to the west, Lake. You're on the west side of Lake Ontario.
You got it, bro.
So how's it setting across the lake?
Because this is in St. Catharines area or Stony Creek, what have you.
Oh, you was on the other side?
Around the lake, and you're coming towards Buffalo there.
Oh, gotcha.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
So you're under the lake, and you're looking back over the lake to see it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the days are long up here, I'll tell you. Now I understand the further north you go, you get eventually where you don't even have any night.
Yeah, true story. True story.
This is our parking spot.
Wow.
Right? That's all right.
They let you park on the golf course?
It's not a golf course, it's a winery. But it's nice though, right?
HC Carefree Highway, they bring up a good point. My issue with the gas is the drivetrain. You lose out on a lot of storage for the pass-through storage.
Well, I do have pass-through above it, but you're right. Not the whole bin or.
Yeah. I would say
I got so much.
My gasser, I had my bays were a lot smaller, but the whole rig was smaller too. So, but I did have a few pass-throughs. So if I had something long, it wasn't a lot, but it gave me something. So
ours is all pass through. I can crawl in one door on one side and crawl at the other side.
Yeah.
Can you get Gary? Really? I
got to move a few things around, maybe.
I want to see that video.
Actually, I lay on the tray and I slide myself in one side and out the other.
Okay. Okay.
What about have you we're all Class A people here.
Aren't we?
It's often been put out. The Speed Trapper says we full-time 5 years in a small A. We now have a 30-foot C with 2 slides, but have been enjoying a small toy hauler trailer that we have more for camping type adventures. And I've had a lot of people say, would you do another motorhome, or, would you be tempted by, say, a fifth wheel setup or a trailer setup?
I don't know. Fifth wheels kind of intimidate me. Price
I
and
like
size.
I like pulling over, getting up and going into the bathroom, and then having a drink of water and get back in the seat and drive away without having to do anything.
Yeah.
You'd have to step outside.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Matthew made an offer
Made an offer.
on your.
Oh, sorry.
on your
Start the
dog.
bidding. Yeah. Well, it's unfortunately it's already over at the consignment lot, and so it's now their ball game. So, yeah, I have actually thought about and I've been asked before, would you do another Class A? Would you do or would you be tempted to do a fifth wheel? And I can tell you those fifth wheels have a lot more room. I'm a tall guy. At 6'5", I just about brush the ceilings on most RVs, but not in a fifth wheel. And
Well, they're also taller going down the road.
there is that. There is that. I haven't had too many. I only had one scare at 12 and a half feet on mine.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that, for the most part, I watch that. I watch those bridge signs. I watch those heights. And
Well, I can tell you right now, California makes their bridges about 2 foot shorter than bridges in Texas.
yeah.
Most of them are around 4
Everything's
foot,
bigger in Texas.
14 foot 2 to 5 inches.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
on a fifth wheel, you've got less than about a foot clearance.
Yeah, some of the big ones are, 13 and a half feet. So you
Yep.
got about 6 inches of clearance on a 14-foot bridge.
Yep. And that's what you see more times than not in California.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
kind of surprised. Are they that cheap?
No, none of them are cheap. I mean,
I'm
just
talking about the bridges.
oh yeah.
Building them.
Oh, the
Who's-
bridges. I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
the RVs.
No,
Who we got there now, Gary?
I can't make it focus. Let's try it one more time.
All right.
How do I get it here? There
You
we
got
are.
it.
There's the fam.
There you go.
There you go.
Mom and dad and son and daughter.
Yep.
That is a good-looking family there, Mr. Gary.
Proud of us all, man.
Nice.
Good.
Nice. Oh.
Son's an electrician and daughter an engineer. How's that?
You can't beat that.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, a small toy hauler. They have a toy hauler for camping as a bumper pull, but we enjoy the convenience of a motorhome A or C. And I can say that a fifth wheel does not scare me at all. I mean, I've driven them before. I've driven truck before, and it just doesn't really faze me. The only reason that I may lean that way is just comfort when you're at where you're going. Now, the bad part about it is if you stop along the way on a travel day, it's not as easy to get in there. You have to get out of your vehicle, go back there. A lot of times these newer rigs with their slide outs, you can't use any of the motorhome except for maybe sometimes you can get at the bathroom, but you can't get at the bedrooms. You can't get at the kitchen without sliding the slides out.
Yeah.
And
So
that
Walmart to Walmart on some of these would not work very well.
yeah. So
Yeah, I saw one there where you could get into the bathroom and one half of a fridge door, and that was it. Anything else, you had to climb over stuff.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I've seen that more often than not. But so yeah, just to comfort in travel. I can tell you if you're going to drive a lot of miles and you're used to, Miss Pearl and Bob, they go out and they'll knock out 400, 600 miles. And it really, that is the only way to go. Class A is going to be the only way to go.
Yep.
Looking at it now, though, for me and my 70-mile travel days, I don't get up from the seat. I don't really need to stop for a rest break. So I'm typically where I'm going to be for the night when I get there. And there's all the time in the world to slide out slides and things like that. So the other side of it is that with a Class A, you're tied to that engine and whatever that engine is doing. So if something catastrophic happens, you don't have any choice. You got to fix that thing. If you had a fifth wheel, you could potentially buy another truck.
Yeah.
So,
and you got to match that truck gear rear end ratio, what it will hold, what it can pull. I mean, there's so much that goes in that formula, and you could spend a fortune just on the truck, not to mention the fifth wheel.
yeah.
Well, another thing too is our Toad is a Jeep, and it's only a 2.4 liter engine. So whenever we're driving somewhere in our Jeep, it's fuel efficient. Whereas if you're pulling a fifth wheel, you got a big heavy truck, and going to Walmart costs you $10 in gas just to go over to Walmart and back.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Not if that's where you're parking for the night.
Yeah, just park there for the night, Gary.
Should I open the back and let y'all see? I mean, open the front windshield.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything there. Mine, I broke up completely. I didn't hear anything.
No, we were saying that's why you should just stop at Walmart, and that way you don't have to drive there. You can just stay there overnight, and you're good.
Right.
I think Don is going to show us the Walmart parking lot there. I think I've created a monster here for Walmart because, Don is really liking that whole Walmart scene.
And apparently in Minnesota, they can't sell alcohol in grocery stores. You can't really see it, can you? So
I ain't going there.
Over here is a separate Walmart liquor store.
Oh, okay. Then I will go there.
Now Matthew Renaud says they had to make up a hockey stick extension to open the roof vents on his 39-foot fifth wheel.
Really?
Yeah, they are that tall inside. It is quite surprising.
That would be nice. You could have ceiling fans and everything.
Yeah. So, that penny for your thoughts. There you go. Okay, this is the deciding factor right here. Right here is where it comes down. This is where you put rubber to the highway. Great point, gentlemen. We want to be able to pee and make food while driving.
That could be dangerous for me because there's just me.
See, you can do this. Now, obviously, it's probably frowned upon that the pilot, the driver actually does this.
Yeah.
But the co-pilot can go and make the food and, just hand the driver a Gatorade bottle. It'll be all right.
Back when Eric for Nomadic Fanatic had a Class A, he did a video once where he got up and went and got a Coke out of the refrigerator while he's going down the road. Kind of pissed me off at first, and I figured out that was trick photography.
Right, exactly. But there is something to that. And I, it is, if you're going to be on the road for a long periods of time, and you're going to have long travel days, then absolutely you want to be able to get up, walk back there, you know, in especially the missus, you know, the co-pilot being able to go back and use the restroom and, you know, get for me, I need coffee. I need somebody to bring me coffee, you know, and I'm good to go.
You know, Dave, that's a good point. I'm surprised you don't have one right next to your driver's seat. A coffee maker.
I am working on it. I am working
Okay.
on it.
Okay.
Yeah. There's
Okay, Don, you showed your front window. This is my patio. It's not my front window, but this is where I'm sitting every day.
nice.
Gotcha.
You can see Lexi's ears there.
I was going to say, there's Lexi.
Yeah,
That's obviously not
but it's a nice
live.
private site we have here. That's about an hour ago, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a nice place. I don't have the view of a Walmart. I'm sorry, but it's okay.
Well, I'm just making a point about the Walmart.
Well,
It's
Gary,
not-
there's always room for improvement. You can move up in the world, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like truck stops, though. You know me.
Hey Gary, I just
Sure.
finished that video where I went to Canada last year. It won't be
Right.
out for another 4 or 5 weeks, but I'm that far ahead. But
Nice.
behind on making it, but that far ahead.
Well, Don, we were talking in text there. Are you coming to Canada this week, or what's going on in
There's
August?
no way. There's just no way.
Oh, come on.
It wouldn't
bro.
be this
bro.
week. It'd be another
August.
6 weeks. But there's just
Yeah.
no way I can pull that off. I have no place to store my guns.
Yeah,
well,
that is the problem going into
You know what?
Mexico or going into Canada. You got to be able to store those.
Gary. Here's the problem.
just
I would
store
have-
your guns. Some off. I guarantee there'll be no gunfights from Buffalo to here. You'll be fine.
No, that's not the problem. The problem is
Yeah.
on that day I would have to drive almost 200 miles, cross a border,
Right.
and find a place to store gun or stop and store my guns and ammo.
The storing
Wait a
is the
minute,
hard part.
wait a minute,
sure.
wait a minute.
Sorry.
Then I gotta be able to. It's gotta be in line with my travel to when I come back.
Yeah,
pick
because
them up.
you got to come out the same way you went in.
I mean, I've already planned about 100 stops on this trip this year,
I know that, Don.
and that
just
was
the-
just. I
The
tried to
site in
make it.
Buffalo, you're staying for 3 days there. You could have stayed here too, but I understand it's a lot to just come over.
No, I just can't.
I
I
get
can't make it happen. I
It'd be nice.
look for storage and everything. I appreciate
The
the
day you
offer.
walk over, we're going to try and meet up, though.
That will be on a Sunday.
That's good. We need it to be on a Sunday.
Are you two done?
Oh, right. Sorry, Dave's got a show going here.
I hope it's a Sunday anyway. I'll have to
It
look.
better be. I'm counting on you.
No, those were great questions there, Miss Lamotta. Thank you for them, and good luck in whatever it is that you're looking for and finding. There are so many different ways that you can go buying a new RV, and I have always kind of fallen under the impression or the manner of opinion that you should really rent and try out whatever you're thinking, especially if you're thinking about full time and you're thinking about living in it. It would be well worth
Right.
renting one and actually being in it and living in it for a little while and seeing what you think. So, and especially when it comes down to how long, I tend to think that most people would say if they have X amount of feet in mind, unless you're talking a 40 footer, you might think a couple feet longer. And,
Hey. I got a couple new neighbors. I've got a Super C for a neighbor and a fifth wheel now.
okay, there you go.
Nice.
I
And
noticed.
by the way, hey, I want to say one more thing. I saw Tom in here someplace. Tom and Lori, I met another dog named Bear.
Oh, very cool.
I had to walk across the Mississippi River to it, and I literally did.
I saw that. Where did you post that? Was
Yeah,
that on your
you're at the head of the
Instagram?
river. You're cheating.
Was that on your Instagram? Is that where you posted
Yeah,
that?
I just posted a picture, no video. I got a short coming out of, no, I got a video coming out already, 360, where you can rotate the view.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Oh, so I have to add, so you walked across the Mississippi.
That's right. And it flows, when it starts, it flows north.
Okay. Is this practice for the Rio Grande?
I've been to the Rio Grande. I was at the mouth of the Rio Grande, and pardon me, a couple years ago. I was at the mouth of the Rio Grande where it meets the Gulf of Mexico, and filmed it.
Very
But
good. You didn't walk across though?
No, I think it was pretty treacherous stuff, and it would take. I don't even know if you'd want to do it in a kayak.
Come on, everybody does it.
Okay. There was Mexican families over there having a picnic, several cars, several kayaks on the roof of their cars, and fishing. They could come over anytime they wanted. But those kind of people that, are normal and have a job and everything, they're not interested in coming over here.
Do you know that the market in El Paso used to share the border with Mexico, and Mexicans and Americans could walk back and forth freely? There was never any issue. And, I don't know how we've gotten to the place that we are now, but it's just a shame. Just a shame. So,
Dave, if you haven't figured it out, every government in the world will screw up anything.
Oh, yeah.
If they touch it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Matthew Renaud says, Don, he has brisket. Hurry.
Okay, did you make your custom barbecue sauce?
Oh, there you go. That.
And it has to be hot. Now.
There you go. There you go. Well, guys, we are just coming down to the end of the live here. I want to thank you guys both for being on. It's always entertaining. Don't ever question I enjoy open mic night, and anybody that wants to come on. Matthew Renaud, good to have you on. I'm sorry that you didn't have a better connection there, because it would have been great to get to know you. But thanks for coming on just the same. A little bit of a sad note to report tonight, and I always breaks my heart to have to put this kind of news out there, but you have seen him as Kicking Back on the channel or in the comments many times here on the lives. I believe his name is Don Anderson. Did I get that right, guys? Do you know? John Anderson.
John Anderson.
I know too many Andersons.
Okay.
Yeah, but Kicking Back is he has been battling cancer now for some time, and unfortunately, he lost that battle last month. I just got the news of that today.
Oh,
and really sad to hear that, and hopes and prayers go out to his family, and we will miss him here. So John Anderson right there. Yeah. There they are. John Anderson.
So sad.
Yeah, that is it always is a reminder. Now he was out there doing it, guys, and had a beautiful little the name of his dog escapes me. Maybe Tom and Lori could remind me. And but he had that dog was just amazing. A border collie, I believe it was. So, but very sad to hear that news, and just thought I'd put it out there. So Thanks so much to everybody. Rowdy, that's it. Rowdy is the dog.
Rowdy.
Yeah, just a gorgeous border collie. And I had spent I met him the first time at SUNY Sand and Rowdy, and came over to SUNY Sands and hung out. I think they were at one of the other parks and just hung out for happy hour every now and then. He did that every now and then whenever I happened to be close by. And he will be missed. So, yeah. But that is going to wrap it up real quick. Gary, what have you got coming out? Anything new? What are you up to?
I don't know, man. What am I doing? Just more maintenance stuff. You know, stuff
Okay,
like that.
that works.
Yeah.
All right. Don, you have been working on 1,000 subscribers, and if you are not subscribed to Don's channel, go and check him out. Cowboy Biker
It's real
Adventures.
close. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
they accepted me for it, but I don't want to go to the final step until I get my national parks done, which I'm working on now. I'm now doubling up. I'm putting videos out Sunday and Wednesdays right now, trying to get caught up and get those national parks out.
there you go.
Nice.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you guys will hang out. We can talk after the show. If you don't know, we almost have better conversations after the show, after the lives, right here. So you guys will hang out.
Everybody needs to join the live, right?
Let's be honest. It's just more of this.
It's more of this, but yeah, we're not afraid to just let it all out, and it is kind of entertaining. So, all right, guys, hang on. We will. I'll see you guys here in just a minute. All right, that is going to wrap us up this week. I'm staying here. I'm cooling down, and hopefully, not by next week, but the following week, I'm going to stay here for a little while. It just feels good. Anyway, I'm going to give no, you know what? I'm going to give Tom and Lori right here in honor of kicking back. Rowdy is the dog. There you go. We have just a few. Thank you, guys. We will see you guys next week. Live life full time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Kicking back. Peace. All right.